So if there are any left, they will be gone by the time we're done recording this.
Yes. By the time you see it, good luck trying to find it. And welcome to Bag Sports and Breakfast. It's super early in the morning, and we're gonna do this. So,
Yay!
my name's Spencer. This is Hugh, and we're about to just jump into some news. Spec, you know the deal at this point. Let's go.
What are we doing first? News?
News.
right.
We're tired.
Let's do. I'll just run through a couple real quick things.
Quick things. Let's go.
Okay, so Anthony Mack, rumored to have signed on as Cap for Cap 4. I mean, not a big shock, but they announced
We all knew it.
They announced it yesterday kind of like it was news, but I just assumed it was already a done deal.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop is getting her own 5-issue Hawkeye series, miniseries coming up.
Probably coming around the same time that the show shows
But
up.
it has her name in the title, so it's like Hawkeye Kate Bishop. So
Gotcha.
it's the first time I think they've used that. So,
Okay. Cool.
Then we'll go Eternals trailer.
Yeah.
Dropped, 9 hours ago.
Yep.
It's kind of a weird trailer, but it looks good. Good.
I liked it more than other trailers. It kind of didn't show you a lot. It was just kind of, here's some stuff, and here you go.
There's a lot of Icarus, Cyclops, Superman action in that trailer, but
with the laser eyes.
Yeah, but I believe it was the first time we saw Kit Harington in one of the trailers. I think, or at least it's definitely the first time he's talked in a trailer.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's playing the Black Knight.
Yeah.
And I think that's the first time we've seen there was a lot of extra footage in there that we hadn't seen before.
Right.
So they're definitely pitching us the Celestials, and they stayed on Earth. They protected humans, but they did it without us knowing it, kind of thing.
Right. What else was there?
Well, I could talk passive aggressive, I guess.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so passive aggressive from Bad Idea came out yesterday, and here in Oregon, what we do is we found out that passive aggressive is actually 2 books.
So it's passive or aggressive.
Well, the front cover of the book is passive aggressive,
Right.
and so the cover's the same for every book.
Gotcha.
But actually, the inside, the guts of the book, is 2 books. One is passive, one is aggressive.
Right. So after you open it up, there's either going to say the words passive, or there's going to be aggressive.
Right on the inside cover, giant word, passive. That's all that's on the page.
And you said that the passive one was more rare than the aggressive
That's the
one.
rumor.
Gotcha. And then we found out the sticker thing too.
Yes. So in Oregon, we got passive. They decided, I don't know how they decided which states got what book. But
DM us if you want one.
So you get this book, and it a totally different story from whatever the aggressive, which I haven't seen. But if you were one of the people who got the first 10 people who pre-ordered all the books got a sticker that said Final 5 on it.
Right.
This is the first book in the Final 5.
Right.
They announced last night, Bad Idea, that if you send that sticker in,
On the book?
no,
Or just
you just send the sticker in
without
an
the
envelope.
book? Doesn't need the book.
No.
Okay.
No book. You send the sticker in an envelope with a check for $7.99 for shipping or whatever.
Yeah.
And they will ship you the other copy of the book.
But we don't know if it comes back with another sticker or not.
Correct. We don't. And we don't know if you don't send in the sticker, if you can just hold on to the sticker and use
And
it for
maybe,
something
exactly,
else.
there might be another thing.
Yeah.
And then also in aggressive, not passive. In aggressive, there's 2 blank covers
I believe there's 2 blank pages inside the book.
that on the bottom say they're
These are blank on purpose.
on purpose.
And
so
they-
we don't know what that's for either.
Except Bad Idea said they're blank on purpose and they may get filled in later, whatever that means.
Maybe if you submit it,
You get
the 2 extra pages?
extra pages. Like I said, I don't know. They're a very weird company, and they're
Yeah,
all about.
I love it though.
They're
great.
all about social media weirdness. So like, all right. So it was weird. Some people are angry, as they got to be angry about something. So there are stores that are angry, I guess, because it got announced. It was near the end of the day here. And so people are calling those shops going, I need an aggressive. I need a copy of...
In another state? So you're calling
even in the regular state, because it really, they didn't tell anybody exactly what was going on, but people started hearing that there were... Because East Coast, some of those states got the aggressive one and the passive one, so started to leak it all throughout the day.
Gotcha.
And then Bad Idea came out with the news, and so, but people are calling comic book stores, I need the other one.
And you can't get it.
No.
We don't have the other one.
Now, there are people that I did see get both. I'm assuming they live on the border, and one comic store is one comic book store is in New York, and one is in Pennsylvania or something.
Do we know if Washington has passive or
I have
aggressive?
no idea.
Do you have a buddy or anything?
Yeah, I got people up there, but it's just...
You should text them and see.
I don't need to. I have the final five sticker.
No. I'm saying what you should do is see if it's Washington. Then we could get both.
Yeah.
We could just go up to another shop.
Well, also, it's Bad Idea, so they're probably all gone.
Maybe.
So.
I know a couple of shops that probably still have some. Because they're tiny
Well,
shops.
also, it's going for like $50 on eBay right now.
Oh,
so.
I know.
So, if there are any left, they will be gone by the time we're done recording this.
Yes. By the time you see it, good luck trying to find it.
Right. So they announced that. So if you have a Final Five sticker, you can send it in, and even if you didn't, and you pre-ordered the book, so you got one.
Yeah, you have to have gotten at least passive or aggressive, whichever state you have.
You can send in a sticker, and the thing is, you could ask for another passive or another aggressive. It doesn't
I wouldn't
matter.
be surprised if you maybe this is a theory. What if you ask for passive and aggressive, and they just have a book that has both in it?
Yeah, that's not what they're doing.
That maybe.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, not these guys. They just have a stack of each book.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, passive, throw it in. And like I said, they may add something else in there.
Right.
Like I said.
A little special
I don't know.
add-on.
And also, the sticker has to be postmarked by the 25th of August. So you have 1 week
Okay.
to send them the money.
Gotcha.
And on August 25th, they're going to announce what the buttons do.
Okay. So today is August 19th.
Right.
Does that mean that by the time this airs, you're not going to be able to?
No, yeah, you can.
You'll have, by the time this airs, you'll have 2 days left to do it.
Yeah.
Which, okay. I haven't gotten my copy yet because Things from Another World always gets their Bad Ideas late for some reason.
That's weird.
So they get them like Thursdays or Fridays. So I'll probably pick mine up Thursday or Friday and probably put it up on eBay.
That's good.
Okay.
You got one of the stickers, right?
Yeah, I got one of the stickers.
Yeah, you can just put it up on eBay.
Yeah.
And then just get another copy,
sticker.
whatever copy you want.
Yeah. Well, also I'm going to Montana today, so I'll see if there's something up
They may have.
there.
They may have another. They may have the other version.
Yeah. If I do, I'll bring it back and we'll see what's up. Any other news?
I mean, you can tell me what Star Wars Visions is, because I'm not a Star Wars guy as much as him.
Okay, so Star Wars Visions. The trailer came. Well, we had one trailer kind of talking to the creators and the people that were going to make it. We just got another trailer, I think yesterday or the day before, of like an official trailer. They're going to be, I think, 30 to 40 minutes long. They're going to be just one-off, like short films, kind of fan-based. We already know that they're not going to be in continuity. One of them was super crazy with a guy with an umbrella lightsaber. That's what people are calling it. Where like a guy was shooting at him, and then he just all these umbrella things. You know where like an umbrella has like the spines that come out. Yeah, are the lightsaber blades, and then it spins. Which is it's anime. It's an anime themed thing. Potentially, if this does well, I could see them making it a whole division of things.
Right.
But I don't know. It looks cool. My wife is super into anime, and she kind of introduced me more into anime. So I like the style. I like the art styles that are coming out from it. Watch it. Hopefully they maybe do more of it. I don't think it's gonna become a comic book or anything, but yeah, maybe they'll introduce a Star Wars manga. I don't know.
September 22nd.
Yep, September 22nd. Are we on to the next thing? Or you got anyone on your end?
I mean, we could talk. Oh, by the way, Eternals is November 5th. We could talk. Did you watch What If?
The T'Challa one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Well, that came out, so that was good.
I liked it a lot. It was funny.
It was
and
fun.
yeah.
Had Thanos in there. It was
Thanos.
good.
You know
was
you're
good.
talking about genocide, right?
They just kept
But it's
saying it.
effective.
But it's effective. But yeah,
And
it
it's
was
completely random. I'm not choosing.
It was good.
It was
You got-
good. I liked it.
got some Cosmo the dog, got some Howard the Duck. It was good.
I'm still trying to get used to the art style a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like that 2012, 2015.
It's pretty clean.
vibe. Yeah.
I'm sure they do that because it's
It reminds me of
you
a
can
series.
make it faster. I'm sure.
It reminds me of a series that came out. It was a not a Thor series. It was a Tron series that came out.
Oh yeah.
And
Uprising,
yeah,
right?
Tron Uprising, and it had a similar art style to that, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of like that. Are we on the Substack?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know if we said this last time, but Chip Zdarsky has moved to Substack, as well as Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman.
Yeah, but theirs is together, I think.
They're doing it together.
Yeah.
Also, in my opinion, they are the only ones that are probably going to do this right.
Still
so
gonna
far.
fail.
It will probably still fail, but I think they have a higher chance of success than the other guys.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. Number one, I think that they might be doing physical copies. I know that they're at least doing variants or like special things, special covers and stuff for
Right.
higher tiers. So it makes me believe that they might be coming out with just the comic books in general. They have 3 that they've announced already. They have Flood, which looks like an underwater adventure horror story. Vanish, which looks like a team of heroes. And then The Ones You Feed, which looks like a creepy horror sword fantasy. So those are the 3.
Is that one drawn by his wife?
I am not sure who draws them.
I want to say I saw a picture of that at one point,
Yeah.
like a while back.
We'll have them up for sure, but we have that, and then the other thing for Substack is Chip Zdarsky there was a Marvel announced that something about Daredevil and ending in 37.
Right.
Chip Zdarsky has been writing Daredevil, and apparently there is supposed to be
for 37 issues.
Apparently there's going to be a big thing that happens in 37. So definitely pick it up at your LCS. And he said tentatively that we will continue, or we might, depending on some maybe Marvel cinematic news, move it to a number 1. Which means that maybe we are getting Daredevil and Spider-Man or something else.
You're getting Daredevil at some point.
Absolutely, I agree. Daredevil's too big of an IP not to use.
Oh, I guess in other news, I guess we could say that Jim Shooter said he got a contract offer from Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
He's the old writer and exec editor-in-chief of Marvel.
Yeah.
And he came up with the idea of Secret Wars.
Oh.
And he got like a little contract that said blah blah blah, and I guess he turned through it basically, and it was like, you won't say anything about anything kind of stuff. And he's like, and I guess he just basically asked him, so you're making a movie? And they're like, well, we can't answer that. And he's like, well, you just did. So spec now,
Secret Wars?
basically maybe phase 5 or 6 we're getting Secret Wars.
Hell yeah.
So
I got my number 1.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's the news we got. So maybe we're getting a Daredevil, and that's why they have to move it to number 1, is because we're getting something, and then they want it to be a number 1. So maybe introduce people into Daredevil, kind of thing that they try to do, but then don't give it to movie theaters to give to people. We'll see. I think that
for Substack, Scotty Young, because that's the only newsletter for Substack I've
done
registered
all of them.
to.
I've registered all of them for free.
He is bringing back I Hate Fairyland.
Oh yeah,
but he's not going to draw it.
Who's drawing it? Do you know?
I can't remember the guy's name.
We'll have it somewhere.
We'll
here.
put it somewhere here. We'll tell you next week. But
Yeah.
it's a different guy. I think it was the guy who was drawing Tank Girl that Scotty Young did the variant cover for.
Okay.
Like a couple months back. But I'm assuming Scotty Young's just too busy. He needs to have the time to do it. I mean, he always talked about, I think, how it was rough getting that book out on time every month.
Yeah, because he wrote it and drew it, right?
Right. And now he's just going to write it, and this guy's going to draw it.
Cool.
I'm sure he'll still do covers and stuff.
Yeah. Love those baby covers.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move over to Spec.
No, Spec. Okay. Drop a couple here. Let's hear. Devil Dinosaur.
Yep.
The original series.
Gotcha.
Not Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Just
original.
Devil Dinosaur with Moon Boy.
Okay.
I think we know Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is getting a cartoon.
Right.
Is she going to show up sometime in the Marvel Universe? Probably.
Yeah.
Even if it's just some sort of weird cameo or something. And how's Marvel not going to be able to, hold back, in the multiverse, having a giant red dinosaur, stomping through downtown New York? So those books, they're easily gettable right now. I mean,
Yeah.
It's always been an available book.
LCS available?
And maybe not issue number 1, but, the 2 through whatever,
Yeah.
you could get them pretty cheap.
Cool.
Spider-Man 2099. People are starting to spec on it because, of course, we know he's showing up in
The universe because of
Spider-Man, because of the post-credit.
Still love that pointing thing
Yeah,
at the
the
end.
pointing thing. So Miguel O'Hare is going to show up.
Yeah.
Does he show up in the MCU also? Does he show up in the Spider-Man movie? We don't know, but his original appearance, I can't remember what issue. It's like Amazing Spider-Man 265
It's
or something like that.
foil.
Yeah, it's got the
weird
foil
one,
in
right?
it. I mean, it's hard to get a good copy of that because the foil is always nicked. Or, Spider-Man 2099 #1. Super easy to get. It was a high print run book.
Yeah.
You get a newsstand copy then.
Nice.
Let's see here, some others. Apocalypse and the Extracts. I've been picking up books of those. Just the variant covers I've been trying to get. There's a Peach Momoko one from a long time ago that nobody talks about. That's pretty good. Moon Knight 517. The Forrest Gump variant cover.
Ooh. Okay.
That's one to look for. It's getting pretty pricey.
517.
Yep.
Okay.
I
It's not part of the
believe
original
believe it's
run, I'm
Moon Knight
assuming.
517 or something. I can't remember what it's called.
It's not part of the original run, I'm assuming, right?
No. Or no, maybe it's Black Panther 517. I think it's Black Panther 517. I think. I don't know. We'll put it here somewhere. But it's got Forrest Gump picture on it. They're sitting on a bench. And it's sometimes I just go look at sold items, sold comics. And that one is starting to I've noticed that one's selling quite a bit.
Okay. How much on average does it sell for?
Now. There's a lot of them online right now, but they're
$50?
they're all overseas. So shipping is always like $27,
But what are we running? $50?
$20 to $50.
Okay.
But moving up, but it's a book nobody
But
talks about.
plus shipping.
Right,
So we're
then plus
talking like
shipping,
an
it goes through-
$80 buck.
Then it goes through the roof. Witchblade 161, the very first JTC negative space cover. It's got an orange cover, and it's got everybody believes it's his very first time he did it.
Okay.
So that one's spendy.
How much? $100? $200?
I watched one on eBay. Was watching one for like $98 or something like that, and
okay.
I got an offer where the guy knocked some money off of it and tried to get me to buy it, and I was like, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
But it's Witchblade 161. The print run could not have been very high.
Yeah.
And that last couple of years of that book, I mean, I'm assuming 25,000 print run.
Yeah.
I'll do another Witchblade. Witchblade 170, which is an homage to X-Men 251. 251 is the cover by Mark Silvestri, where Wolverine's on the cross, the X cross.
Yeah.
And they did a Witchblade variant of that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's another
Where
homage
she's-
to another book.
Where she's nah, I don't know. It's X-Men 251.
Well, I'm wondering if 251 has an homage, because there was a Conan magazine that had Conan on an X-Cross way back in the day, too.
Well, I mean, it's a Jesus Christ reference, basically.
I know. I know
But,
it is.
Because X-Men's totally, religious / race-based
Right.
book. That's how Stanley based it off of. So let's see here. I got one more. I got foreign books.
Pick up foreign books.
I've started to. I picked up a.
You did that Italian one, right?
I did an Italian one the other day.
And then you picked up a Mexico one?
Yeah, from Mexico, I picked up a Spider-Gwen #1, which was the Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah.
Which was a variant, which was here. It was like hundreds of dollars. But somebody had like a dinged copy on eBay, and I picked it up for like $25.
But it's not a Mexico, like, Spanish copy.
Oh, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It says under the variant, it just says Mexico.
Okay.
So we'll see when it gets here.
Yeah.
If it gets here, you never know. Never know with eBay.
Never know.
And yeah, I mean that's about it. I mean,
Okay.
The foreign books, it's something I've been slowly looking into.
I know that they did a ton of different Dracula, Tomb of Dracula, like Italian, Germany, all those different, but they had different covers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Too with
They're cool. They're usually thicker because they're usually a couple of issues, and I don't know. It's interesting. It's something to look into if you're looking for a book and you can't afford the American version.
Right.
You can always look for a different version from overseas if it's like a cover,
Right, if you're looking for a cover.
If you're not looking to read it or whatever.
Right.
I mean, unless you if you speak Spanish, you can just
There you go.
pick up that book. But yeah, you can find some of the really good covers over there on other books.
Okay. I'm going to switch this around, and we're going to do the books we want next week before we show what we got this week.
Okay.
Because I think that this is more on the news spec side than it is the kind of a show and tell.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I don't even know what we're talking about today.
I know. I just thought of that too.
Yeah.
We'll think about it. Let's see here. Let's go. I'll go first. So this is the top 5 books we want to get for August 25th. Said this one last week. I don't know what happened. I saw it on a list. I guess I was wrong. Kingspawn #1. We're doing it because Todd McFarlane's keeping it at that $2.99, and keep on doing the good fight, Todd
Yep.
McFarlane.
Winter Guard #1, doing a book about the Winter Guard, and they get their own solo series.
Doesn't this have the She-Hulk too?
Well, they've been in the She-Hulk in the Avengers book. I don't think this one has She-Hulk in it. I mean, I don't even know.
Because she's
It's in World War She-Hulk.
Yeah.
They've been in there, and they all got massacred and beat up, and
Gotcha.
but I mean, I enjoyed those 2 issues with them in it. So
Yeah.
I'm cool to, and I enjoyed Black Widow, so I'm game to read a Winter Guard book.
Yeah. Amazing Fantasy 2. Love the first one. At this point, you should have read it, so they're all dead. At the end of it, Peter Parker met Uncle Ben,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Peter, we're dead, man."
you're dead. You put up a good fight. Congratulations.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's going to be kind of a how do we get back to Earth kind of book. We got Captain America. We have Spider-Man. We have young
Black Widow.
Natasha Romanoff. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens on that. Beautiful covers. I think they're by the guy who also writes it.
Care Andrews.
Yeah,
he's
so
good.
We're doing pretty good there. I love those covers. They're really cool.
Let's go to Echolands #1.
Oh yeah, I have a problem with this book.
Really?
Well, I'm not a fan of sideways covers.
Oh yeah. It's got the
And they're
horizontal.
all sideways.
It's got the horizontal cover.
Yeah.
But so it'll be instead of here, it'll be here.
Yeah, there we go.
Echolands, number 1. It's like a steampunk meets Lord of the Rings.
It looks cool. If you say that, I think of that terrible movie that came out a couple of years ago by Peter Jackson.
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines. Oh.
But yeah, it looks neat. The art looks really good.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Jay Williams is doing it. I think I can't remember, but it looks cool. Just the art on the cover alone was like, okay, I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah, looks. Yeah, I think I saw it, and I think I saw some pages from the previews.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Superman 78, number 1. We're going back to Christopher Reeve.
Oh yeah.
And I'm excited to explore that mythos again.
I enjoyed the Batman one.
Yeah, Batman 89. Okay, what do you got?
I got Broken Souls 2. I was going to put Broken Souls 1 in my stack for this week for books I liked because Broken Souls 1 came out, I don't know, a couple months ago from Black Caravan, Scout Comics, I believe. Imprint is Black Caravan. And it's a really good little horror book about this guy who like turns into a werewolf. And it's some really nifty kind of art in it. And a second print came out this week of it, and I picked that up too. But issue 2 comes out next weekend. I try to throw in some indie books along with the Marvel DC Image stuff.
Right.
So Broken Souls 2. If you go pick up issue number 1, give it a read, and then you might want to grab number 2.
I like that one that we talked about a couple weeks ago. The Lucky Devil. That was cool.
Yeah, that was good. There was no cinnamon, but sure.
That cinnamon was real indie. Still need to pick up a copy of that. Jeez. I keep on forgetting. Let's see here. I'm a huge Something Stealing the Children fan, so everyone should know this. Number 19.
No way.
Yeah. Loved the free comic book one that came out.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. I think the cover is a little different than we've had in the past.
I didn't like the cover of the last issue.
Yeah. Number 18 with the old guy.
Teeth thing.
The old man. Yeah. This one looks like Erica Slaughter on a little bit of a trip fest, going to fight our demons and kind of get in her inauguration into the House of Slaughter. So we're still following that kind of plot line.
Still waiting to hear who they're going to cast as Erica Slaughter. That interests me.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody last night about it, and I said it's a Netflix show, so that Anna Taylor-Joy, the one from The Queen's Gambit, man, she lands that part. Whew.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, good job.
Also on my list, I got Black Widow 10. I've been loving Black Widow, so it's on my... That's one of the ones where I just put it on top of my stack when I get it, because that's when I want to read.
There you go. You got Spider-Man Life Story in number 1. I think Chip Zdarsky's coming back to this.
Yep.
I think he is. Yeah. And he's the one that did Life Story. I'm excited to see how he does this one.
Really dope 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 cover. I believe it's a Romita Junior cover.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool looking.
What do you got over there?
I have Amazing Spider-Man 72.
This is end of his run, right?
It's getting there. I mean...
It's getting
there, and I'm going to talk about it when we get to the next 5. Yeah. So, but yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 72. We're a couple issues away from.
You don't like his run, though.
Nick Spencer. I've enjoyed parts of his run, and
but overall, you've not enjoyed it.
Well, I'll talk about it when I pull out one of my comics here.
Okay.
In the 5, but yeah. So Amazing Spider-Man 72.
He's in Sinister War right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonder Girl number 3.
Yeah.
Joelle Jones writing it. I don't think she's drawing it though.
I think she's drawing this one, but I think I saw in the previews like 4 and 5 she's not drawing, which makes me sad.
Yeah, Joelle Jones's art style is great. My wife loves it. She loves Lady Killer. Yeah, that's Wonder Girl number 3. Solid series so far. With that character finally shows up in a decent DC movie, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully some kind of HBO series. Maybe.
Yeah.
If Peacemaker does well.
Yeah, let's hope it does well.
Yeah, and then don't they have like a Green Lantern thing that they're thinking
They got a
about
Green
doing?
Lantern show they are doing. They've
Yeah.
casted a whole bunch of the characters.
Gotcha, cool. Are they doing the Far Sector character?
Yeah, she's in it.
Cool.
Rumor is it's an anthology-based show. It's going to go through the
All of
years
the
of
Green Lanterns.
Green Lanterns, I guess.
Okay, cool. All right. What's
We'll
your
see.
last one?
I don't have
Or
any.
is that the
That
last
was
one?
my-
Oh,
that
yeah,
was my-
because I did King Spawn.
Yeah.
Another one, just Thor 16.
Yeah.
Loving the series.
We'll see how
Donny
long
Cates.
we'll see how long he's going to keep doing it.
Yeah. We also have he's jumping onto Hulk too, so we'll
Yep.
see. Let's go to the books we read this week. Top 5 books we
Okay, I'll go first.
wrote this week. Yep.
Let's go with this one so I can talk about it. Okay.
Sinister War.
Sinister War 3.
3.
Nick
Sorry.
Spencer's Spider-Man run.
Yay.
Here's the thing. He's been writing Spider-Man for,
How many years now?
I don't know.
4? 5?
I can't tell because, they put more than one issue out every month. So he's at, 72 issues on the regular series. This is issue 3 of Sinister War. There's one more issue of this.
Right.
He did a whole bunch of offshoots over the last couple years where it was like Spider-Man, Last Remains, #1. They were all offshoots of the same story. And it's been driving me crazy a little bit. And I understand what they're trying to do. I wish they weren't. Marvel's trying to push out as many books as they possibly can. Because next year is Spider-Man's 60th anniversary, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get to issue number 900.
Yay.
So they've been slamming books down our throats, and they're going. And once Nick Spencer leaves, they're going to 3 writers,
And they're doing like
3 books, 3 books,
3?
3 books a month.
I thought it was 2.
3 is what I've heard, so they can get to 900.
That is ridiculous.
So I
Hopefully it's not all crap.
can't complain about Sinister War.
Has it been good?
It's-
I read the first one.
It's been nonstop action. Spider-Man fighting villains. There's lots of villains
Isn't there
in
like
it.
3 or 4 Sinister teams?
Yes, and it's like friggin' Where's Waldo? There's so many characters in there. In this one, it was an interesting book because each team has a character that Spider-Man has kind of touched.
Like buddied up with, or
I mean, like he's touched their essence, their personality over the last decade. So you get
what?
Yeah, you get Mysterio who died.
Oh, okay.
And he's been brought back to life, and he was in the Mary Jane limited series
Right, helping her out become a movie star.
where she showed up on set and she figured out that he's the director of the movie she was in. And he wasn't a bad guy in that book.
Yeah.
He's a guy trying to
Make a living being a director.
trying to be a good guy.
Yeah.
And then you get Lizard, who's always been, Dr. Connors, who's always been this person that Spider-Man has always... He can't control the Lizard. When he's Dr. Connors, he's a good guy.
Kind of like a Two-Face situation.
Then you get the Beetle, who's the girlfriend of Robbie, who's, his roommate. And, she's definitely a bad guy, but she's just a thief. She doesn't seem like she wants to kill people. And then you get Boomerang, who has been Peter's roommate for Nick Spencer's run. Nick Spencer's obviously a big Boomerang fan. He was in Superior Foes of Spider-Man. And he's turned this character into a 3-dimensional character, Boomerang. And Boomerang in this issue kind of lets Spider-Man kind of get away a little bit. And Kindred is basically telling Spider-Man, or Peter, that, nobody changes. So maybe
Where
this is...
clearly some people have been.
And maybe that's the lead up into this book, is we're going to get some sort of group people that Spider-Man has forced his goodwill on
Over the years.
And it's actually changed them. And maybe they're going to save him? I don't know. I'm assuming we're getting...
Protect him to leave.
Free Comic Book Day has already shown up.
Right.
We know Ben Reilly's showing up as Spider-Man.
Yep.
Beyond Corporation is backing him. Beyond Corporation is the evil corporation from Next Wave. If you never read that, you should, the minute this ends, run out and buy that or download it and read it because it's friggin' fantastic. We're gonna get Ben Reilly as Spider-Man, but we're also gonna, I don't think Peter's not dying. So
like in a coma or something.
I don't know. I think he's just gonna go away.
Well, I
think
remember seeing a cover or something where he's like in an MCU
right.
or something.
And then there's also a cover with him holding Mary Jane as they're swinging through the city or whatever. And maybe he's getting remarried. Maybe he's going on a break. I don't know. So, but it's all gonna come to a head with the last book for Nick Spencer, and we're gonna kind of get this little reboot with Ben Reilly. So, if you just want Spider-Man,
sure.
Yeah, I mean this is good.
All right, I got The Cursed.
Is that Man-Eaters The Cursed?
No,
Okay.
it's just The Cursed.
Okay.
I had this on my probably last month. It's a people go to camp and things start happening. And then in this issue, it looks like the girl actually knows a little bit of what's happening. And you get a reveal that this camp is not exactly what you think it is. So it's a little interesting series. I enjoyed it. Quick read. So.
Okay. No. Let's go again.
Scotty Young.
Okay. Now, I love this book.
But you love the cover.
I do love this cover. It's fantastic. Retelling of the Kang origin, maybe?
I got halfway through this book and I got too tired of reading.
It's a lot of reading on this one. But it's kind of like a retelling of an origin. We kind of meet Kang, and Kang's with his younger self, kind of telling him how he got to where he is, and we're kind of seeing this kid kind of learn the tools of the trade of how to be Kang. So, I don't know. It was okay. I loved the cover. There were multiple covers. I ended up with 4 covers for that book this week.
I bought 2, the Scotty Young one and then the one where he's tipping the hourglass.
Yeah.
And his younger self is in it or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, it was interesting. Is this a spec book because Kang is going to be the main villain for the next decade in Marvel movies? Maybe something's going to happen in there. I don't know.
All right. We got Radiant Black, issue number 7. This is like a wraparound cover. I really enjoyed this one.
Evil Power Rangers.
Yep, evil Power Rangers. Except for with one good one.
Yeah, one good one.
And it looks like right now one Radiant, who they don't know who it is hunting down the rest of them. And the Black Radiant is like, I have beef with some of you, but right now we need to work together because this guy's a sword and he knows where we are and he's trying to kill us and we can't deal with this. And there's something that happens at the end of this. It's just like, okay, we'll see.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's a fast read for me.
Yeah, it was a fast read. It was good.
Let's go Black Cat.
You've been living this series.
Issue
you keep
9.
on talking to me about it.
Jed MacKay. Infinity Score Part 2. So, Black Cat has some sort of heist thing she's doing. Now we know that she may be working for Doctor Doom.
Okay.
And she's collecting up, I believe, the Infinity people. The people that are the Infinity Stones. So Star is an Infinity Stone. She's got one embedded in her or whatever.
Right.
And so... and so we get to watch Felicia Hardy work her scam of tricking these people into helping her. So it was good. It's just a good series, easy to read. You should pick it up.
All right. I'm a huge fan of Boom Studios. Pick up pretty much all Boom Studios books. So I got Eat the Rich. You got the cover.
I like this cover.
Yeah, this cover's great. So, Eat the Rich. It's the girlfriend is going to meet the parents, and the parents are a bunch of rich people, and some stuff is happening in the quote unquote basement.
Gives off a very Get Out vibe.
Yes. Yeah.
When I was reading it, I was like, wow, this is kind of Get Out.
Yeah.
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yep. So
I mean, especially if the rich thing is the fact that they're cannibals. Cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
If that's it, I don't know, because the book's kind of ambiguous on what's going on, but
Yeah.
it's cool.
It was a little hard to track at a certain point. Then I was like, okay, I get it
And
now.
it's definitely also a thing about the difference between poor people and rich people, and I don't know. It was good. All right, let's do this one first. Killer Queens. The art was a little weird, but I got used to it as I read it.
Gotcha.
It's about a gay guy and a gay girl, and they're recovering assassins, and it's definitely got a Flash Gordon-esque look to it and feel to it. They have like this fluffy little raccoon or whatever he is character that's kind of chasing them because they stole his spaceship, and I think they say "let's wreck this place" a lot in it or something. But basically, they are malcontents and cause a lot of trouble everywhere they go, and basically slept with everybody that they've gone out to. Like we land
So
on
are
this.
they bisexual then?
Nope. No.
No?
So, probably by the end of it, I don't know. But at the end of it, this guy's like, they land on a planet that's all women, and he's like, so there's no guys anywhere, none. So you're telling me, and they're having the two main, the main girl's having a conversation with like the queen of the
realm
of this place, and they're having a conversation, but through the whole conversation, he's behind them talking. No guys anywhere, none, not one.
Okay, great.
So, but yeah, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it enough that it will get me to pick up issue number 2.
Okay, I got Nocterra number 6. Finishing some stuff.
Yeah, end of an arc.
End of the arc, but obviously setting up more stuff to continue. Scott Snyder writing it, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Also, he's part of that whole Substack group now.
Yeah. At least his is a little different. I felt like his is more like
I appreciate his a little bit more.
his feels more like he's just
Hey, I
putting
just
on
want to teach you
a
how to
master
do stuff. Yeah.
class of comic book writing.
Yeah, which is cool.
Did you have? You have that one, so I won't do that one.
Do that
By the
one.
way, Moon Knight 2, fantastic. But I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
So I think
I
this.
couldn't actually pick up Moon Knight 2.
Why is that?
It wasn't in my LCS.
Well, Moon Knight 2 was good,
I'll find it.
but this, I think this is more important.
Okay.
So, Trial of Magneto. Scarlet Witch is dead.
Scarlet Witch is dead.
Trying to figure out who killed her.
Okay.
They're using all the empaths and all the Wolverine family characters to kind of track down using sense and stuff on who the killer is. They of course pin it on Magneto because he's, they think she was restrained by mystical metals or something, and was murdered.
But we don't think that he did it?
Well, here's the thing: she's not dead.
What?
Maybe. The book has a weird thing where Tommy Speed, who is her kind of her kid,
Yeah.
based on how wacky Scarlet Witch's history is.
Right.
I'm wondering if this book is being made.
Because of spec? Because of the...
I'm wondering if this book is being made because they want to make her a mutant again. She was a mutant. Magneto was her dad. Years ago, when Marvel didn't own the rights to the word mutant, they retconned her origin where she was the daughter of the High Evolutionary or something. Or she was an Inhuman. I can't remember what was wrong with her. But anyways, I'm wondering if this book is some sort of way to retcon her back into the mutant. There's a big council on Krakoa, and they're deciding if they're going to resurrect her. Because they have the ability to resurrect her.
Okay.
Back to her, because this thing, I guess, whatever,
To her original state, basically?
yeah.
Which would make her a mutant.
Yes, I think if that happens, I think that's what will happen. And so, but they say no. We're not going to resurrect somebody who's not a mutant.
What? But she technically would be a mutant again then.
True, but she's not right now. So they vote in
Interesting.
Krakoa, and they don't. And Xavier and Eric have a little bit of a tussle, and Kitty Pryde runs up behind Magneto when he's like smushing the helmet onto Charles's head, and Kitty Pryde just sticks her hand through the back of Magneto's head and it's like, knock it off, or I'll rip your cerebral cortex out of your brain.
Jeez.
I think it's going to be interesting, and there's definitely something that happens at the end where you're like, huh? So I think it's important. What did this cost anyways? It's $5. There's a bunch of good covers of this too. Mark Brooks, Art Germ, Peach Momoko. I think maybe this might be kind of a swan song for Hickman. Like this is what he's gonna fix before maybe he leaves the book. I don't know. So it's interesting.
Nightwing 83.
Yeah.
It was a really, really good issue.
That was my issue of the week, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it out there because you were going to put it out there. So I get to talk about that one too.
Yeah. It was so good. It was this almost felt kind of like it was just kind of, I don't know, it was just really, I think this is like the end of the first arc kind of thing, or I don't know. It was basically, he has an idea. He has a plan that he wants to do with the money
that Alfred
gave him. And so you don't know what it is until the end of the issue. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
He's now the richest man in Blundhaven.
And he has a plan. He talks to Superman about it. He talks to a bunch of people about it. And everyone's like, yeah, I think you should do it. And at the end of it, Batman calls him and is like, good job, kid.
Yeah. It's good. And it was heartfelt. And that's something DC is solely lacking. This might be the only character right now in the DC universe that has that human connection when you're reading his book.
Yeah.
I don't even get it from Batman anymore, really.
Because it's too zany.
Yeah, he's too many new characters, too many books. The characters that are in this book are very, they got Barbara in here, and she has a wonderful moment with him right before he goes out to talk to the city. Maybe we can get an image of that here, because
he talks to He asks. There's a moment with his sister and her mom.
Right.
And
It was really good.
It was really good.
I read it, and then I went back and read a couple of the scenes again because they were so good.
It was, Batman was like, you honored his memory today.
And Superman says something, and it's one of the things I've always liked about Nightwing is the fact that he says to him, you gave me my name.
Yeah.
And then he basically asks him, I'm going to be off-world.
Can you
kind of keep an eye on my kid? He might need some, advice. And the scene about that is the fact that I do not remember the book. I would have to figure it out. I have to deep dive to figure it out. But there's a moment in Dick Grayson's career where it's either Batman and Superman talking to each other, or it's just Superman talking to Nightwing. And he says, you're the best of us.
He tells Nightwing
you're the best of us. And that's kind of what this book has slowly been about.
It's that you are the best of us.
He's the superhero that the DC universe needs.
Right.
He's the tangible point between the regular people of the world of the DC universe and the superheroes. He's that bridge. It's interesting to see. As long as Tom Taylor stays on this book is
gold.
Yeah, so good. And Eisner next
Yes.
year.
Yes.
I mean, line it up because it's good.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
He started in 79.
78,
Yeah. It was
whatever, it was right around there.
Yeah.
But it's been good. Every issue has been
Just
hit it home, and the ending with the bad guy, cool,
Yeah.
dope.
and the art is
Yeah.
amazing.
Redondo,
Yeah.
yeah, he's good.
He's so good.
And the coloring is really good too.
Yeah,
I'm assuming Lucas is the colorer. The colorist. It's the coloring's really good in that book.
Yeah. Beautiful
Yeah.
just art in general.
So I hope it sticks around a while.
Yeah. So, usually we have a topic. We're so tired. We have no idea what to talk about. What do we want to talk about, man?
I don't know. I feel like we talked about everything. We talked about that bad idea book. I don't know.
Should we just cut it here? What do we
Well, I
at?
mean, we could cut it
We're at
down.
an hour?
I don't know. We're going to be in an hour. After all, you're traveling today.
I
That
am traveling
is
today.
why we are shooting early today, because you are traveling for the next couple days.
Well, we can talk about that. We can talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm traveling to Montana to see my family, but
Yep.
also I'm a huge, comic book guy, so I'm going to go hunting up in Montana while I'm there.
Yep.
I've already made some contacts with some guys, and I'm going to go look and see some stuff when I'm up there. So maybe when we get back, I'll show off what I got. I'm bringing some stuff with me. That's why I'm driving. So I can make some trades maybe, or do some stuff. So
And you're going to look to see what
yeah,
bad
and
idea.
we'll see if I find the aggressive book, because
Right.
we have passive, we
Yeah.
don't have aggressive. So if I find an aggressive book, I'll try to snag at least 2 copies and bring them back. But it'll be cool, which means that you won't have to use your sticker, or I won't have to use my sticker.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So be interesting to see what you get, what you find there. Like I said,
Yeah.
when Joel went to Oklahoma and
Yeah, I found that Kang book. It was crazy.
found Avengers 8 or whatever for
Yeah.
$75.
Yeah, crazy. We're talking like a 3.0.
Yeah,
Kang,
3.0,
right?
3.0,
Yeah.
4, yeah, in there.
Yeah, and then I think, well, we could talk about a little bit of. Do we know if we're getting Comic-Con's coming up in Rose City Comic-Con's coming up in September. We got that coming up.
Let's hope.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't heard anything. We're getting pretty close to cancel you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Oh, and you're going to the things thing, right?
the kaiju whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there on Saturday morning and
So-
see what's.
How about when we record next, we'll bring our finds from both. How about that? And we'll talk about.
I'm only buying dollar books there.
Only?
I'm gonna avoid all the others.
All right. Okay.
Well, I mean, 2 of the 17 people that are selling books.
You've already dived their long boxes.
I go through their long boxes quite a bit. So
Yeah. But, there's like some
Yeah.
other stuff. We
Yeah.
can see what you find, if there's any good deals you find.
yeah,
I know you're going with Joel, so.
yeah.
Cool. All right. That's Bags, Boards, and Breakfast. We'll see you next Monday. We're going to try.
Not bags, books, and breakfast.
No.
Bags, boards, and
Yeah, it's
breakfast.
Bags, Boards, and Breakfast. And as always, read your comic books, and we'll see you next week.
Read your books.